As you might know, I run my own storage server in my home lab. Feel free to go watch the video on building that later after this one. I bet you're wondering, what am I running on it? And I'm running quite a few things on it, so let's get into it. For starters, I'm running a Gitta server to be a private repository for my own personal code and Docker images. Gitta is a self-hosted Git server for personal or business usage, allowing for infinite amounts of private repositories of any size, provided you have the storage for it. On top of that, Gitta is free and open source, therefore you can set up and start running it for almost nothing as long as you have a spare PC lying around. The setup is quite easy, and I'd recommend using the Docker Hub version of the image and not the TrueCharts version of the image if you're running TrueNAS Scale, as I've had problems with not being able to set config for it, but in overall it's a great thing to have running in your home lab. Now everyone needs a password manager, be it NordPass, LastPass, or Dashlane, but I personally choose to use Bitwarden, but something like Ophlina is a good option as well. Bitwarden is a free and open source password manager that can be self-hosted in many ways. But the easiest and most common way to do this is with the Vault Warden unofficial Docker image. Now, it being unofficial does not mean it's not safe, it just means that it is not maintained by Bitwarden Inc., the creators of Bitwarden. Bitwarden is regarded as the most secure password manager by tons of network security professionals. However, if you don't trust self-hosting your own password manager, Bitwarden Inc. also has its own public version of their service as a freemium model. Nextcloud. Nextcloud is an alternative solution to OneDrive or Google Drive, and it's built and maintained by Nextcloud. Wow, these names are really creative. I'm just gonna put this out here. I think Nextcloud is infinitely better than OneDrive or Google Drive due to the fact it has tons of plugins and is way more usable than most closed source solutions. It has its own voice call app, chat app, and even a password manager. However, I have not used the password manager, so I cannot speak to its quality. Pi-hole. I use Pi-hole as an internal DNS with an easy web interface and some minor ad blocking here and there. Home Assistant is a smart home manager that is compatible with most smart home standards, and can even integrate with other smart home hubs like Samsung SmartThings as well as Apple HomeKit. It can also be used in tandem with Google Assistant or Amazon Alexa. Even for how powerful it is, I'm only really using it to control my bedroom lights, so it's not really doing much at the moment. Jellyfin. Jellyfin is an open source alternative to Netflix and more so Plex. Jellyfin is a media server and has clients for almost any operating system out there, allowing for streaming of personal media such as ripped DVDs or CDs. And with the FinMap client, it can be used as a self-hosted alternative to Spotify or YouTube Music. Stay tuned for a video on that and how to do it with a cheap $30 PC on eBay. MeTube. MeTube is a YouTube downloader site based on YouTube DLP. This is not meant for scale, but is great for personal usage. Emulator.js is a retro console emulator made with JavaScript. It has an easy web interface to allow you to play it on any device that has a browser. And finally, Cloudflared and Traffic. How do you pronounce that? Cloudflared is a tunnel which allows you to expose internal services externally without the risk of port forwarding and the hassle of setting up a VPN. Cloudflared handles SSL automatically, and as such you don't have to worry about renewing certificate every few months. I use Traffic as an internal reverse proxy. It allows me to use SSL on my internal services with the aid of Pi-hole and a wildcard certificate. And this ends the Docker portion of this video, so on to the VMs. Now I only have 2 VMs running on my server. One of them is running a few Discord bots, including but not limited to MikuBot, my Discord server bot, and a few other personal use bots, all based on Discord Red. And if you'd like me to do a video on Discord Red, feel free to leave a comment on that. As for the other VM, I'm running an Nginx proxy server in order to proxy services that are not hosted within the server itself, or that I want to route via Tailscale, so my friends can connect to them. And lastly, the storage services part of this storage server. I'm running one SMB share for video editing and other masked non-important storage uses. as well as one iSCSI share for main storage on my computer. And if you don't know what an iSCSI share is, it's a type of share that allows you to mount a network drive as if it were physically attached to the computer itself and not a network share, which makes it play nicer with a lot of stuff like Steam libraries, as well as not needing to deal with user permissions outside of the connected computer. Hi, if you liked that video, then feel free to subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and comment on what you are running in your home lab and what you think I should be running in mine. It also wouldn't hurt to follow me on Twitch and or join the Discord, as it would be a big help. And see you later, bye!